regular council meeting of the Village of Armada will now come to order, please. We all stand for the pledge to the allegiance and flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll have a roll call, please.
Shaw.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Cronin.
Here.
Bullock.
Here.
Ballard.
Here.
Hooper. Here. Belkey. Yes.
Approval of the agenda. What is the council's wishes?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Support. Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. At this time, citizen comments. You have one, sir?
I just want to introduce myself. My name is Chris Munson. Can I walk up and hand everybody?
Sure.
a card?
You can speak a little louder so we can hear you.
I am the new operator in charge at the wastewater treatment plant.
My condolences.
Yeah.
What is your name again?
Chris Munson.
Chris Munson, okay.
Chris, nice to meet you. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Nice
That's
to meet
good.
you.
Good.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You got one.
Yeah.
You want another one?
I'm good.
Sherry Cooper, nice to meet you.
I was going to introduce you.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but.
Okay.
I'm not quite 100% here yet. I'm still training a guy where I'm coming from down in Berrien Springs. I should be here 95% of the time until probably another week or so, week and a half, and I would say I'd be 100% dedicated to our Armada wastewater treatment plant. I wasn't left in the best or coming in the best of situations. Things could have been better. I need to put in a lot of work, so I just would like to invite you guys up to come see it before and maybe kind of see the progress of stuff that I am doing along with the other guy that's going to be working with me down Bickle. And hopefully you guys write a letter of recommendation like the last place. They didn't want me to leave, but I'm not the big boss, so I just wanted to come and stop and introduce myself. So if I see you around, I can say hi. There's a little bit of turnover right now, but nothing's going to change. We're going to keep on rolling better than we were before. So great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The last thing I have, I was told, I'm still learning your guys, every place is a little different. Brian Lee, he's been working with Chuck for a few years, told me that anything over $1,000 we had to get approved to purchase.
That's right.
I've got a couple quotes here. We've been using Livingston Micrographics, from what I see, for a few years, and they came back the cheapest again. These are for the UV bulbs that disinfect as we discharge. We're starting to get some fecal counts. It's been a year, and then change them yearly. So if I can get them okay from you guys, I'd like to go ahead and get these ordered ASAP.
You can give them to me.
I had one from Trojan UV, but it must have got thrown away. I can get it again and give it to you tomorrow if need be, if you need 3 of them. Trojan was the most expensive.
Okay.
They're the actual company that made the system, so.
Can it wait till the next meeting, or do you want action this evening?
It needs to happen. We're starting to get,
Okay.
especially with the other pump being down and running on 2 reactors.
Mhm.
Quality isn't as good as it normally is, so.
Okay.
I put the last rack of new bulbs and clean quartz sleeves in last week, and it helped a little bit, but we're still getting some fecals. So. And anybody worry about what fecals are? It's an indicator. We use it as an indicator organism because it's actually harder to kill than the pathogens that would be going out into our streams and rivers. So we use them as an indicator. If we get a good kill on our fecals, and we're getting a great kill on all the pathogens and other bacteria that are bad for us that get out into the lakes and rivers. So that should be it.
Just a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to live close to the area, or?
I am gonna wait until next June to make that decision. Because our contract is up and I don't want to move from my current house in Lansing and then end up jobless or, if we don't retain the contract, so.
So
That
you're
is
gonna
my
be-
goal, is to make you guys so happy that there's no questions asked,
So
but
you're gonna be driving the road every day?
yes, sir.
Okay.
We do got guys that live close as previously, Brian Lee's like 15, 20 minutes away. He's north of Metamora a little bit, and so is Don Bicker. So there's gonna be people close in case of an emergency, so.
Good, good. Well, welcome to the village of Armada.
Thank you, sir.
Chris has worked there previously,
Yes.
quite a while back, so it's not totally.
I came in to help when we had the grease spill.
Oh, I
in
see.
December. I've been here and there, I've been to a lot of different plants, so, I'm kind of like a fireman, I feel like. It seems like every time something happens, it gets called on me to go fix it, so.
Well, sounds like you're gonna do a good job for it.
I'm gonna do my best, so.
Very good.
150%.
Good. Thank you.
Yep.
Can't make a motion here.
Not
Add
yet.
it as an agenda.
Yeah.
item,
Right.
But we already approved the agenda.
Well, and Steve, you have
You can-
administrative
Yeah,
under
I can do
2,000,
that.
so you can do that administratively and then we
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
put it
no
on
problem.
the
Just so
schedule
everybody got
bills
heads
next
up
week.
what's going on
Yeah.
then, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
It would
fine.
be an item that's on the maintenance cap that is actually in every monthly report. I made a couple updates in the report too. I don't know if you guys previously noticed, but the long-term influent, total phosphorus, all that kind of stuff. It's been since 2010. Well, it took about 5 minutes to go figure out where the data came from in Excel and update it. So when December rolls around, we're gonna have another new point of data. So that's gonna be kept up on, instead of being 5 years out of date, so.
Sounds good. Very good. Thank you again.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
At this time, there's no presentations, and we're going to move to administrative reports. Steve, do you have a report at all from?
Nothing more to add. I've been down to the plant a few times, meeting with the guys through this transition. Things seem to be on track, so.
Very good. We like good reports.
Yeah.
Joe, did you have anything with the treasurer report at all?
Treasury report's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, we're all set on that.
Unusual.
Any liaison reports? Any council like to report on anything else? If not, general business, consent agenda.
Mr. President, I'll move the consent agenda be approved as presented.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. There's no old business at this time tonight, and we're gonna go to the new business, which is the East Main Street project update. And then we'll move to the Teague's Prospect Bridge project update. That's Mr. Ballard's departments, so we can handle them both at once.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. Well, as you probably won't know, that East Main Street is open. We have a small punch list to go through. The manhole covers they got a little dip on them, so they're gonna come in, and I see the guys have, our DPW has gone out and they've marked the ones that they need to be corrected. What they're gonna do is come in, they're gonna put a little barricade around it, and they're gonna heat it up, they're gonna roll it out to flatten it down so that it's not such a deliberate bump on your tire as you go through. That's that one. They're gonna adjust the manholes on there, and we have to get the detour signs removed. That's state barricade, and they'll do that when they come in to take them down, I guess, I don't know. So, but that's it, and our road is open, and it's done, and I'm very satisfied with it. Haven't heard any complaints from anybody down there. The residents just
You want one?
seem to love it. What do you got?
Grass seed, the landscaping company did a terrible job with the grass seed.
Well, it's seed, Joe. They put seed down.
Yeah,
they
but
put
you
the
can look
measure-
across, some of the yards have grass, 3, 4 inches high. Some of us still have dirt.
Well, it'll be there, it'll grow, give it a chance. Put some water on it.
I've been watering it, and the
Quit watering
landscape
it.
company didn't come and water it. DE came and watered theirs when they did the repairs after Sunco went through.
Well, I don't know if that watering was put into the contract or not, but I know, geez, we've got water, we
Well,
got.
we get rain coming now, but it's been
Oh, sure.
2 weeks.
Well, it's
Grassy
pretty dry
now.
too, so that's why
They
it
should have
probably
watered
wouldn't
it.
take,
It's not gonna take real good.
So-
Historically, that, I mean, I know when they did Fulton in front of my house, that
Mesh.
mat that they put down,
Right.
it just doesn't, it grows not nice grass.
You
So
have to
hopefully
remember-
this is different, I don't know, I
That's
don't know
a,
what
it's
they
a
put down.
contractor mix, and it's perennial rye is what it is. That's all they're required to put on there. And so
I'll take
basically,
it.
huh?
I'll
Is
take
it,
it. If it comes up
Well,
with
it-
green grass, I'll
It's,
take
it's,
it.
it's
Right,
gonna
it
be
is.
there, it'll be there.
well, they use that because it usually grows
cheap.
fast.
Right,
it grows
it's
faster
a,
than
it's
rye.
a contractor mix that they put in
Yeah.
there. So anyway, so Main Street is, I'm gonna say 99.997% done. Okay?
looks good.
And,
Yeah, it does.
And I'm really satisfied with the job.
Yeah, it looks
I
really
do,
good.
I have one question for you.
Sure.
Might be a crazy idea too, but we've got, what, a 2-year bond on that, is
Well, I
it?
believe it's a 2-year bond, yes.
I question one area that we've dug up twice now. Is there any way to get some kind of extension out of them for that one area?
That, I don't know.
Because I know that's gonna be the first to,
First thing is gonna go.
Spencer Street you're talking about, Steve?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've cut into that twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yes.
once for water, once for sewer.
Once for a while.
Once before the finish coat was on, and then once after
After
the
the finish coat.
finish coat was on.
We can ask,
We can ask the engineer.
Bob DeFrank.
Yeah, we'll ask Bob.
Okay.
Next thing is our Prospect Street Bridge, and they, we had a progress meeting on the 16th of September. The Tees culvert is completed with the exception of the guardrail ends and the permanent signing, and the Prospect Street Bridge. The removals have been completed, the beams have been set and grouted between them. I saw today that they brought the curb layer in, and the curb layer is over the top of the bridge, I guess. It's like you're laying a curb on there. What else do we have? Oh, yes. The post-stress beams are prepared for the deck to be poured, and the pour of the deck probably the 25th of September, which I guess was the 25th, but I don't see the concrete poured on there yet, so probably had a little hold up there. And the deck is curing, it'll be curing 7 days, so apparently they're gonna be pouring that deck sometime this week, hopefully. They'll be backfilling on each end and forming and proposed railing. Railing will be poured and the hot mix asphalt will be completed. And the contractor anticipates approximately 3 more weeks until the project is complete on that. The work order and contract modification status, they need a price from Z Contracting for the main pipe upgrade to a class 54, and need a price from Z for the locking gaskets used in the water main, and the next construction meeting will include the next CM will include 3-pound post and signs type 3B, and the items were left out of the contract, so that'll be an extra for us. Request for information, Rose provided the contractor with a copy of an email dated 9/14 from Tammy Fanoff, Rowe to Blake, to Z Contracting, requesting material certifications and the MSL, that's material safety data sheets or something, anyway. Discuss problems and conflicts. We had part of Keith Street was holding water, and Rose indicated that they have reviewed this with Devron, and they'll check some grades and discuss resolutions with the contractor. Appears the paving contractor left a low area on the west side of the road by extending the crown a bit too far south. In this area could be wedged with HMA and allow the water to drain across the road to the east. Teach Street guardrail, we had a situation with Mr. Magel, the property owner. He attended the meeting and provided some photos that he took illustrating the site distance and concern when exiting the property. That's when he exits from his gateway, that would be the south side of the bridge. He has a gateway there that he drives through. Anyway, he couldn't see, could not see over the bridge with his car or even his pickup. So we went down there with Roe, and Roe came in with some ideas what they can do, move the guardrail or whatever. They're gonna see what they can do there. They're gonna clean up the concrete grout from Coon Creek. Z Contracting needs to remove all the silt and any debris from the creek. And Zarkowski mentioned that a resident contacted him to request that the yield sign be changed to a stop sign at the intersection of Keats and Prospect. And we're gonna discuss that with Howard. Howard and I guess have to discuss that.
Right.
The post office was not delivering mail when the road was closed, but apparently now has begun delivering mail to most of the residents, and there are a few mailboxes that do not meet the postal requirements. So what we did is we got the postal requirements from the post office, we gave it to the contract, gave it to the engineer gave it to the contractor, they'll make it right. So.
Should
that's
note
it.
that was not the village that said not to deliver mail. Again,
I know.
I want that to be
Yes.
said out loud.
The village never told them not to deliver mail
No, that
down
was the
there.
post office decision.
Post office decision on that, so I don't know, I guess we're clear on that. We have a punch list here of things, repair the mailboxes, of course, remove the existing yield sign east of T Street, south of the culvert, northbound lane, replace the U-channel signpost, remove from the church property near the wooden fence. The post is now laying against the guy wire on the pole across the street, which they've got to replace that. Replace the end caps and cover the gaskets on the culvert wings, replace mailboxes, remedy the issue of standing water. The new storm structure south of the culvert should have a filter bag placed in it until the project is mostly complete. Perform continuity testing on the water main. That's Fenton's going to have to do that. Clear and expose all 4 ends for the edge drain along the culvert. Rat screen on the edge drain, and what the edge drain is that's a little drain that runs underneath the road on the edge of the road up there, and that takes off any of the water that would seep down and get underneath the footings that takes that up. Okay, they call it a rat screen. Well, it's it's a screen about that big around, yeah, hell of a rat, but anyway, it's for stop animals from crawling up in there. Let's see, replace the 3 temporary shoes on the culvert and complete restoration of the staging area. They're going to take that up. Reset the mailbox and new location at 74-555 Prospect. The bridge work is complete, and repair the sanitary manhole southeast of the bridge. Street needs to be swept clean of sediment, and that's present and ongoing. And the silk fencing is still needed at the bridge location, and concrete debris from the bridge demolition should be removed from the creek. That's about it. And that's what we got from the engineer. This is a copy of our mailbox, all they have to be done, and the emails, and that's it. So that's Keith Street, so it's progressing.
Good, thanks, Mr. Mallard.
Now, I have one more thing. The village office received a call from Robert Hoffner from the Macomb County Road Commission. And he wants to know, are we going to do West Main Street next year? And I'd like to put it off for a year, 2017, because we've got to have time to recoup.
I thought it was 2017.
Well,
So did I, but I asked Jo today and she said, no, I thought it
It
was
moved
too.
forward, it moved forward a year, the same as
East Main.
East Main did.
Right.
When it moved forward, it pushed that one forward too.
So I would like to do that in 2017, just so we can have a year to recoup some money and,
Yeah.
get our.
Yeah, I had a
That's
better
my
comfort
recommendation.
feeling with that.
Yeah, me too.
So I guess it's pretty much consensus of the council. I should call Bob and tell him that we're gonna put it off 2017.
So that would be also with the street and the water funds and the sewer.
Everything connected that,
Anything.
right, anything you, that.
There shouldn't be any water main on it.
Water,
We have no
water,
drain.
good.
Water is-
Water were good all the way down
Yeah,
to the
there shouldn't be any
nursing
water.
Water and sewer should be.
Well, unless there's some kind of
Yeah,
accident or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Sewer too.
We have no
Yeah,
grant
sewer
money
should be
for in there though, do we, Lyle?
be storm sewer.
That I don't know, Dave, that's what I gotta check out. If it's under the same style of a grant, yeah, it'll be an 80-20 split. If not, it'll be different. So we're gonna have to find that out.
That's the
I mean, the only question I asked, postponing it, do we jeopardize maybe even getting moved further back?
I
It
don't know.
almost sounded
That's-
like in that email
Yeah.
that that was an option that Bob was putting.
Yeah, he was
Yes.
putting that forward
Yeah.
pretty
But-
heavy for us.
But we got postponed twice on this one.
Right, well, that was due to engineering problems that he
Yeah.
Right.
ran the stuff in a
Right.
manner.
But we still didn't lose it.
No, we didn't.
No.
Right. So
Right.
So I think this is, I don't know.
they
what-
might need the money for the bridge on 32 now.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. You never know.
Different projects.
Yeah. But anyway, so council's pretty much in favor of that, I guess. That I can call Bob tomorrow and tell him,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna put it
Well,
off.
like,
If it's
option here, but we sure don't want to lose any funds if we.
No.
Right.
No, I don't think that you would lose it, because this was actually short of a recommendation from Bob Hoffman.
Okay.
But one of Ed's concerns is that we may have to do some serious work on that bridge.
Before.
So you don't want that
The
on
one,
West Main.
West Main.
yeah, out further, right?
Yeah, down by
Yeah,
the
down
river.
Down by the
There's
nursing
no-
home.
So,
Is that considered a bridge or is that a culvert?
I believe it's a culvert.
That's
I think
to me, it's a culvert.
And if that's
I
the
agree.
case, there is a technology out there, depending on how bad that is, that you can actually slide another culvert right inside that.
yeah, it's a sleeving process.
It's a sleeving process, and I'll tell you what, I would really like to investigate that.
Mhm.
You know, now where these guys come from, I don't know, but I did get like a flyer
Okay.
that they, and it really looks like a neat deal, how they do that.
We should be able to save quite a bit of money if we could do
I
that.
hope so.
One of the things that we need to make clear though, when we talk with Bob Hoffner and put in that that's our recommendation as well, to move it to 17, that if there is repairs to that bridge that would be necessary, is it included in the project, or is that something we'd have to do standalone?
That's
Right.
exactly that's why I'm gonna come up here tomorrow,
Yeah.
Joe, and we're gonna call them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, and that's a county drain that runs through there.
I think it's known as the Woodbeck drain. So I don't know if that's a county drain or if that's,
You know,
Whitbeck's a company.
Woodbeck is a
yeah,
county
it
drain.
should be.
you know,
But
then maybe the county's liable for that, maybe there's no cost.
I hope
They're the ones that clean it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, we check some of them
We'll check into it.
Okay.
items and go from there. Because if we can save, it's more money for us taxpayers.
You bet.
We sure need it.
So,
Very good. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Great job.
Next is the office desk disposal. We have a desk here in the clerk's office. It's, sitting here, and clerk would like to get rid of it.
Well, our ordinance says whenever any village property, real or personal, is no longer needed for corporate or public purposes, the same may be offered for sale, personal property not exceeding $500 in value may be sold for cash by the village council after receiving quotations or competitive bids thereafter. I talked to the auditors because that desk, I couldn't even tell you what it's worth, but it's not worth enough for me to advertise
Exactly.
it for
that
sale.
would cost more than
It's,
the
I just need direction from you guys, because we do have large trash pickup coming up, which, shoot, I wish I had the date. It's on the window.
It's the second
out
and
there.
fourth Saturday of the month.
No, the village is
Oh,
doing
the
large
village is
trash in
trash pickup.
October. I don't wanna say a date
It's the
because
first one, I think it's the 10th.
something, yeah, but, we can put it out there. I mean, in the meantime, if anybody's interested, it's up to you guys. If somebody's interested and says, hey, I'll give you $20 for it, can I just take the first, I can put it on the website. That was the other thought process. I just don't wanna advertise in the paper,
Right.
cause it's,
The desk is-
it's
not worth the
not
price of
worth
an
the
ad.
price. It's not.
No,
So,
and it may be worth more if you just took it out to the junkyard and sold it for scrap. But I thought,
I don't know, it's not, you guys have all seen it, it's just
Does
a,
Put
the
it
grocery store
outside
have
for best
those
offer.
bulletin boards? You just
Well, that's
put
what we
a thing
did,
on
Dave,
the
with
bulletin
the,
board?
Well, that's what you had
furniture that they
said.
didn't use, we put it out on the sidewalk and the first
well,
person that
maybe,
came and picked it up got it.
for the time being, up until large trash pickup, I'll just make an announcement, I'll put it on the website, put it in the window, there's a desk in here, if you
Right.
wanna make an offer, we're open to any offers.
We'll throw it on the bulletin board.
And then, if nobody comes in, maybe the week of large trash, we'll stick it out there, if someone wants to grab it before the DPW comes and picks it up, that's fine too.
Did you ask any of the new businesses moving in if they're in need of a desk?
I have not, no, I haven't done that much work, it's
The
really,
desk isn't
it's,
even worth legwork
it isn't
like that.
really,
Just
no,
a-
I know, but
and
I'm,
really, the way it's set up, that desk, it's not, I don't know, it's not even functional, really, it's just an old, it's set up more
It's got that
for
old tray that
expanding.
comes up for the
Maybe the school would
typewriter,
like it.
so it doesn't have a lot of storage in
Maybe
it.
the school would like it.
Well, it's up to you guys, I didn't wanna do anything against our ordinance, but because of, it's not
Not a desirable piece.
it's not a desirable piece of furniture, it might be desirable to somebody, and it might be worth, $10 if somebody comes in and offers it, but I didn't wanna do that without talking to you guys first, so.
The top that we put on it to cover the old rubber top, is worth more than the desk.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That comes right off.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, so.
Yeah, that was just a
That
bad
desk
name.
has been here longer than I have,
I
so.
think that sounds like a good idea, if we get $10 for it, or
Well,
15
and
or
it'll
whatever.
just be an offer if somebody wants to come and look
Right.
at it. We're here till 4:30. You know, everyone's going to look at it. If you are interested, you know, obviously you'll have to take it. You know,
First
we
come,
can't
first
deliver
serve.
it first
Yeah.
come, first serve. And I will put something on the website. We'll put something. I don't even know if we want to do it on a bulletin board because it might go quicker than you
Is
know.
there a bulletin board at the
Doesn't
grocery
matter,
store
we can
too?
drop it off the bulletin board
In a second.
Well, the
Okay.
bank does, CSB has a
Yeah,
bulletin
they
board. You
Yeah.
can put one on.
Like I
too.
said, it's not worth the money that it's going to cost me to put an ad in the paper.
It's
So,
gonna be worth 500 or below 500 to do that per item.
yes, and this desk is not worth it.
Well, we got a couple of items down at the sewer treatment plant, the old lawnmower. They went and checked, because the engine kind of went on it, sent it over to, I think, Richmond to check it out. And they said it would cost more than what the thing was worth. So that's sitting there with the engine in a crate. There's a mower deck, and then there's a snow blower thing, but.
Well,
can't-
maybe
can't be
if
used.
we have a few things, we could maybe put it all on one, you know.
Well, if it's less than 500, I was hoping maybe North Center or other guys would just make
Want
an
it for
offer
parts?
and take it away, you know?
Right.
For parts.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I just mentioned that because,
Yeah.
I thought of that because of that.
yeah, well, and this is, like I said, it's, you know, I mean, it's not a horrible desk, it's just
Yeah.
not, it's, you know,
It's large, it's
It's large,
cumbersome,
it's
it's
old.
heavy,
it's not really functional for us. It
It's
might
clean
be
and
for somebody else, it's
it's got a
clean.
nice top, we put a nice top
Mr.
on
Brown?
it.
Do we have to have a motion to do this?
No, I'm just looking for direction. I didn't want to violate the ordinance by not going out and getting bids, and you know, I don't even know where to find a desk like this to even get a
Nice
comparable
desk, but
cost.
it's just too big.
You know, last year I had one of my jumpers fixed. It started out $100 and some. They charged me $512. You know, I bought the thing back in 1988, and now I got to put the mower deck back on and try to sell it for whatever I can get for it. So, but you know, it did cost me $512 at Greenius, and so that's why I say I wouldn't invest in the motor to fix it to sell it either. So if they would give us so much for just the snow blower and the frame of the tractor, the wheels, whatever, we could contact them too. I think we should dispose of it, get rid of it.
Well, and just so everybody's clear, if it does not get sold and nobody picks it up, then when large trash pickup comes, I'm having the guys take it.
It is October 10th.
Okay, thank you, Sam.
Very good, thank you. Up and coming agenda items, is there anything the council wants to talk about?
Let's keep this T Street project, and Main Street project on, so we're completely done.
Joe, I thought we were gonna have the new cell tower thing.
Yeah, that's
We had
not-
that,
It's-
they got mentioned.
Yeah, it's still in negotiations because it has to fall under the Metro Act,
Okay,
and we have to notify the original tower leaseholder, and we hit some snags with that, but
okay.
in the long run, the Metro Act application is ours, but any tags and stuff that they want to do on the tower really doesn't even affect us because we have a leaseholder.
Okay.
All right, so citizen comments again. No other citizens want to comment, address the council? Council comments at this time. Council have anything?
I think we have, what is it, October the 3rd, we have the Armada in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and large trash pickup will be the week of the 10th,
October
for
10th.
anybody that's interested in
It's
large trash.
disposal day. Large trash disposal.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the DPW
Village.
coming and
Oh,
picking it
cool.
up in the village.
Yeah,
Joe,
we
can you
put
do
it
me a
up.
huge favor and just look on it's on the window in the office.
So that would be before our meeting or after?
It's probably gonna be right about, I think it's the 12th. I think it's the week of the 12th of October.
Just put big stuff out at your.
Yeah, put it out at the curb.
Yes, again, 23rd.
Oh, 23rd.
Yeah,
Well, I was
okay,
way
so,
off.
yeah.
The week of October 23rd is large trash pickup, so if you're cleaning now, just pile it up.
We should get
Take it
that
out.
posted now.
It's
though.
in the paper. It's posted everywhere. I just like to announce it.
Good.
I'll put it on the bulletin board.
23rd, you said, right?
Any-
Week of the 23rd?
Yep.
Any community events? That's been addressed already. At this time, we have no closed session. So next is for adjournment.
Time is 7:28, I make the motion to adjourn.
Sport.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.
Because